Who's our coach? Who's our coach? Who's our quarterback? Cam Hayward's probably going to retire. They're all going out in one ship. I'm telling you right now. Aaron's gone. Tomlin's now gone. I can't believe it, dude. But he did the right move. I don't know, man. I don't know. Did the fans get
distraction at this point? It's going to be all off-season. Fire him, bro. It's going to be at the draft. Everybody fire Tomlin signs. People's fucking.
I don't know, man.
Billboards, everything, bro. What else can you do?
What coach are we going to find that's better than him, man?
Harbaugh. That's it. Harbaugh. That's who's better. Bring him in here right now.
Oh, man. You're talking about a Raven.
Oh, well, I'm talking about a Super Bowl winning coach that's had way more recent success than Mike Tomlin. That's what I'm talking about. So, and like I even was saying, Tomlin's a Hall of Famer, bro. At this point, is Tomlin even really a Hall of Famer? I don't know.
Yes, he's still a Hall of Famer. I think
he's got to get one more Super Bowl to be a Hall of Famer.
They said he's going to TV. He's going to go to TV.
Well, then, if that's the case, then good. I don't know. What he's gonna have to? Who knows what he's gonna do? Maybe. Do you believe that he's gonna go to TV, or you think he's still something that want to coach for and prove?
I don't know. The only thing that I really, I had a dream, dude, and I thought like the Harbaugh was our coach, and then Tomlin was the Ravens coach. I might lose my mind.
I mean, they probably love Tomlin in Baltimore, bro. Baltimore, they'd love Tomlin. They'd be like, yeah.
I wonder why he stepped down.
Why? We about to get it done now.
We got to get down to business.
Love Harbaugh. It would be the best story. That would be great. I was saying Stefanski goes to Baltimore and Harbaugh goes to Cleveland. Now, can you imagine Harbaugh comes to Pittsburgh and Tomlin goes to Baltimore, bro? Imagine that.
Why did he step down? I wish they would tell me.
I don't know.
Do you think the fans got to him, booing him, saying fire him?
Media, the fans. I mean, dude, he don't have no support left. Who supports the dude? Not nobody. Andrew Filipponi flip-flops every 2 seconds when it comes to that shit. So Madden's been trying to get his ass fired forever. Dude, I don't know. The whole fan base wants his fired. So, I mean, should he have been fired? Should Harbaugh been fired? Probably not. Neither of them. But it's the point where it's the media, it's the new age.
Tomlin has been our head coach.
What have you done for me lately? And he has, 15. Dude, there was not even goddamn social media and all this shit back when the last time he's actually got it done. In 4 out of 19 seasons, he's only won a playoff game. So that's the biggest thing that stands out to me. Like, I think I give him credit for being successful and having a winning seasons and always keeping the Steelers competitive. But he just tied Marvin Lewis. So it's like they even did a thing, the dichotomy of Mike Tomlin, bro. You got on one hand, he's great. And then the other hand, when it comes to the big time, comes to the prime time in the playoffs, he just don't get it.
So, but who are you going to coach? So you tell me
how next year is too long. And finally,
so next year, so this year coming up.
Enough's enough, Tomlin. We're going to trade you. We're going to fire you, or you're going to decide to come out here and put a smile on and say, "Yes, I mess up with this. We're moving on. It's over. It's done with. You're moving on from him." So yeah, there's no Tomlin Tuesday today. Shit, it's over.
No, there's not even going to be an interview. I don't think, is there?
I mean, maybe exit interview. That's the Tomlin's exit interview. I'm sure.
Yeah, there's going to be an exit interview for a bunch of players. There better be an exit interview. You know who else got to have an exit interview? Jonnu Smith. He better have one. Exit right out the door. Just walk out the door. Jonnu Smith. Cam Hayward's going to retire. Aaron Rodgers is done.
So this is a complete overhaul of the coaching staff, basically, dude. You think Arthur Smith and Carol Austin?
I'm telling you right now. Oh, he's gone too. Terrell Austin's gone.
They're both gone.
I'm telling you something else. If we fucking hire Arthur Smith as our head coach, dude, I might not watch.
You can't do that.
I won't watch next year. I won't even watch the season. I swear on everything I love, I won't watch it.
That's always the biggest question. And I was going to do a live before this happened saying, could Harbaugh possibly come to the Steelers? Right before this even happened. So to me, who are you going to me, Mike McCarthy, Pete Carroll, John Harbaugh?
Well, I go Mike McCarthy. I guess Mike McCarthy. Pittsburgh born and raised.
All right. Do you think Aaron Rodgers comes back if Mike McCarthy comes here with the Steelers?
I don't even know if I want Rodgers. I really don't know if I want Rodgers. Do you want Rodgers? I want a second receiver. I want to build.
Who's your other option right now?
Mason Rudolph and Malik Willis, Kyrie Murray. I don't know. There's gonna be a quarterback.
Willis, really? That's who you want to go out there?
Kyrie Murray. I'll take him.
You're gonna have to trade for his ass. Do you really?
What about I don't want Daniel Jones.
Maybe they release him. If we're lucky enough, if they release him, then maybe I go. I'll take a go.
Do you take a reach on Kirk Cousins?
Would they have to trade for Kirk Cousins, or I don't even think he's going to be a free agent, or is he a free? Are they going to?
I think he's a free agent.
I don't think he is. I looked some of it up. Like, there's not many options out there at quarterback for the Steelers to go with. To be honest, other than Aaron Rodgers.
I truly think
we're going to roll the dice with Will Howard, a 6th-round pick who's never took a preseason snap.
No, I'm not saying Will Howard. I would go with Kyrie Murray then, or Tua Tagovailoa. You got to put somebody in there to battle Mason. That's what I do.
I think the biggest thing is who's the head coach going to be. Who's the head coach going to be?
I know. It better be an offensive coach.
Honestly, if I got to pick out of them 3, Pete Carroll, Harbaugh, or who's the other one, McCarthy?
I'm taking McCarthy.
I might go Pete Carroll. Or did they just go with an unknown guy that nobody's ever heard of, a coordinator? They was talking about like Don.
I have no idea, dude. This is gonna
or something like that. I heard they was talking about possibly bringing in here. I hear so many names, so who knows what's really true? Or
it's gonna take a while to soak in, dude. It's gonna take a while to soak in that we lost Tomlin. He's gone. It's gonna take a while. It's not just right now. We don't realize it right now. I don't know why everybody wanted Tomlin fired.
Over too, some of these contracts and stuff. Who's I think Jonnu Smith, Jalen Ramsey, $19 million. You can cut him scot-free. Would you cut Jalen Ramsey for and free up that $19 million? Would you bring him back? I
guess at this point, I'm cutting house. We ain't got to worry about that.
We're stuck on TJ. I looked at him like there's no getting off TJ. So there's you. You can't trade him. You can't cut him right now. No matter what, they're still paying Minka Fitzpatrick next year.
I'm cutting Jonnu right now. He's gone. I don't even want to think about it. He's gone. Bye, Jonnu. That's number 1 gone. Easy gone.
Maybe you could bring in a Todd Monk and you get a package deal with.
I might trade DK Metcalf. Would you trade DK Metcalf?
If I could cut him, I'd cut him too.
We can't cut him. We can't.
Why can't they? I thought his shit's void. We
have him for 5 years.
Yeah, but because of what he did, they can cut him. No guarantee. They can just cut him. No guarantee.
Well, if we get all that money back, then I'd take that.
Bye. And then you get his money back and Jalen Ramsey's money back. Fuck out of here.
And Jonnu Smith. We'll probably get a cap hit.
It'll be like a $2 million something, $3 million, but you get $7 million back if you cut.
And then you cut Roderick Jones.
Bye. No dead hit for him, and you free up $5 million. Bye. He can go.
So we can actually have some money. We can have money to play with.
Oh, they have a ton of money going into offs. Ton of money, ridiculous. So they have $39 million. You cut Jalen Ramsey, there's $20 million. You get rid of DK, there's another $20 million. I mean, they can make a lot of moves.
Broderick Jones, Jonnu Smith.
I mean, you got to tear it all down and rebuild at this point. I mean, you get rid of Tomlin. Who's safe? There ain't nobody untouchable. I think at this point, you get rid of Mike Tomlin. Who's untouchable?
Well, I don't know if we got rid of him. I don't know how that works.
Maybe he's the only one is because of his contract.
So what do you think happened? Honestly, do you think Tomlin was like, "I'm just done"?
I think the really said, "You either resign or we're going to fire you. Take your pick."
That's what I think too. I think
Chuck Noll resigned. Now you're going to resign. Yeah, you're not passing Chuck Noll's record. Did he? You're not. That's fuck that. Get out of here. There you go. I like Tomlin, and I'm a Tomlin defender, but
so am I.
I love Tomlin. Fucking play at least a playoff win this year, man. Really.
And they said about
last year. Fuck. when they got Russell Wilson. Shit, I could see. Okay, you got Kenny Pickett. It's going to take a little bit. You at least if you could get into the playoffs, I'm cool. All right, but then you just gave up on him. Brought in fucking Russell Wilson. Brought in this guy. Brought in that guy. Brought in this guy. So how many more guys is like I've been saying? How many more guys are going to get the bullet until it's finally the common denominator that we're not winning the playoff games? You just tied Marvin Lewis all time in consecutive playoff losses in a row. What else more is the common denominator than Tomlin at this point? I mean,
dude, I don't even know what to say right now, dude. To be honest, I don't even know. We need to just blow it up. Blow it up. Blow it up.
I mean, get the highest paid defense in the league, basically with average stats. I think the stats, because the offense is so bad, it makes the defense look worse than what it is. But still, you put all your money in the defense, and they're just like that Marks dude. He kind of ran all over him, like he's a nobody, and they're not a good running team. We should not allow that to happen. Like they shouldn't allow that to happen. So I don't know. I guess Harmon's untouchable. Some of these players on the defense, I mean, I guess I'm going to keep around. But if you can get off some of these big ass contracts, like I don't think DK's living up to the money. Jalen Ramsey doesn't live up to the money. If you can get off it scot free, why not get off it scot free?
They said Samalu might retire. He's old. Samalu.
Well, then you got to go draft a lineman or maybe sign a lineman. With all that money, I might cut Broderick and then just go sign an offensive lineman. I don't know.
Dude, we're bad now. We went from being a decent team, in my opinion, and now we're bad. Like, bad.
I mean, I'm not going to say that. I mean, we just won the division, and I'd say our whole division is.
Well, I think the Bengals
got turned upside down. Really, so. I mean.
I think the Bengals are going to be the best team next year in our division. They're winning the division.
I'd say they're about the favorite. Now, I was going to say it was going to be between the Steelers and them, but now I'd say they're the favorite. They're the favorite. They're going to have probably the easier schedule.
I just wonder what coach, man. I wonder how long this is going to take. I wonder what coach we're getting. I want to know why the hell he stepped down. It was like, man.
Rooney said enough's enough, man.
He's been our coach since we were 15 years old, man. You know that, right?
Yeah, that's a long time.
I know. I can't believe it.
He got hired in 2007 or something like that. So I was like 17 or something.
We were 16 then. I was 16.
He won in what? 08, I think. 08 with the Cardinals and then lost.
I thought he got hired in 2005.
No. Howard he had an 8-8 season after that year, I think. And then he stepped down because his wife got sick or something. And then Tomlin got hired.
It might have been 2006. So my sophomore year of high school was when Tomlin was first in there. That's a long time, dude.
Third best win percentage in NFL. Second fewest opponents point per game under Tomlin. This is during his tenure. 19.6. It's pretty good.
Are you going to miss him or what?
I mean, everybody's got what they want now, so we'll see. They don't like winning the division and making the playoffs every year. We'll see if we get in a new coach. Is that going to turn turn everything around? We're going to find out. I don't know. I mean, are they going to go with an unknown guy or are they going to go with a proven guy? That's another thing.
No. I don't want no Kevin Stefanski, dude. No.
Well, you don't want Harbaugh either, or Pete Carroll. You don't want none of that.
I'd rather have Harbaugh.
Mike McCarthy. You said Mike McCarthy.
Well, yeah, I'd rather have Mike McCarthy or Harbaugh than Stefanski.
Well, yeah, they both won Super Bowls. So, yeah. So Pete Carroll's won a Super Bowl, too.
Pete Carroll, I don't mind, but he's not long-term. I want a coach that we can have for a few years. Pete Carroll's like fucking 74 or something.
So then you go out of the box and you find some young unknown coach to bring in here.
I'm not saying that either. What about Brian Dable? Would you hire him?
Brian Dable? Who? I mean,
he used to be the Giants coach.
No.
I want an offensive coach.
Mike McDaniel. Are you going to hire Mike McDaniel to be here?
No. I mean, I guess you're right. It sounds like two coaches, man.
Former head coach Pete Carroll, Jonathan Gannon, Brian Callahan, Brian Dable, Kevin Stefanski, Mike McDaniel, Raheem Morris, John Harbaugh, Mike Tomlin. These are all the coaches.
Raheem Morris will be our next coach.
Tomlin's the only one that had a winning record that got fired. The rest of
He
them
didn't get fired. He didn't get fired.
Dog shit. Well, he got fired. Come on, man. They're calling it what it is. Come on, man. He had no choice. Dude, they had no choice. There is not one person that's going to be all off season. You're coming back with this guy. Yeah, you're coming back with this guy. They're going to be booing him at the draft, and it's going to be they don't want people to get booed in Pittsburgh at the draft. They want to be cheered. So you can't roll out with that dude. You just can't.
Pony is smiling right now. You see Pony on the YouTube? Pony is smiling so bad.
Let him watch at him. Fuck him. He used to defend him all the time, and then
they beat him in a fist fight. You against Pony?
I'm not. It's retarded. I don't even talk about that. Aaron Rodgers, he's trash. He cost us the game. Do you think Aaron Rodgers cost us the game, or what do you think cost the game? Honestly,
no, he didn't. Right, you were watching the fourth quarter. We lost that game in like the third quarter.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers didn't do much, but I think our offensive line got just.
We lost that game when DK Metcalf dropped that ball.
That was a big one. I mean, how do you drop that ball? I don't understand. That killed momentum. And I mean, you're not going to get many plays, and that's just like this. Like they just gave him that one, and he just gave that one away. It was 10-6.
We would have been in field goal range. Could have made it even 10-9. But he dropped the ball. Boom. That's what. It wasn't Aaron Rodgers, man. Aaron Rodgers at the end. I don't know. I literally stopped watching once it was a blowout.
I think just kicked the shit out of our offensive line, dude. I don't know what else to say about the game other than their D line just literally kicked the shit out of the Steelers offensive line. And I can't even sit here and say the Steelers offensive line's bad, but they're still all young dudes on rookie contracts who I think are better than what they're getting paid in their grade. But they just went up against the way just more experienced, bigger, stronger D line that just beat the shit out you. And Aaron Rodgers is running for his life the whole game. And really, the receivers aren't getting any reception, so it's a combination of all three. Not enough playmakers on the outside. O-line's just not experienced enough, not ready. It couldn't stop Houston's D line. Rodgers not quick enough, not mobile enough, not sharp enough. Can't throw the ball down the field maybe as good as he used to. I don't know, or maybe it's Arthur Smith too. His offense is not good and is just stubborn ass shit trying to run it up the middle every single time instead of just opening it up and trying something different. I don't know. He just tries to do the same thing over and over and over again. The offense is so bland and predictable. I mean, you make it easy for Houston. Just you third and long all game. I mean, it's all supposed to be shit's supposed to come off the play action. The only problem is you can't run the ball on first or second down. They don't set up no play action because you're in third and long all fucking game. So you take the guessing completely out of the game because it just doesn't work. And what you're doing don't work, and you just keep trying to do it over and over and over again, and it just don't work. So I don't know, man. Something's got to change. Something obviously needed to change. We'll make things better, or we'll make things worse. I guess we'll find out.
I don't know how much better you can make it.
Oh, man.
I don't know if we can make it better. I don't think so.
With all this money they got in cap space, they just got to go. They go in a new direction. You bring in a new head, and you go in a new direction. You try to and that change shakes things up in the division because the division it's so predictable. Everybody knows what they're going to do. Tomlin's become predictable. There's so much tape out there on Tomlin for some of these young coaches, especially young offensive coordinators like a Ben Johnson or whoever. It seems like they always just pick apart Tomlin's defenses.
Yeah, but I don't see the
Texans
Texans winning the Super Bowl.
No,
but I do hope they beat the Patriots. I do hope that. I don't want the Patriots nor the Niners to win the Super Bowl.
So it's like you use like a curveball. It's a big. There's like 3 big curveballs in the division right now. So you don't know what's coming with the Steelers, or with the Browns, or with the Ravens. Really, before it's pretty much high heat. Maybe a little, maybe a 2 seam, maybe a change up every once in a while. But you pretty much know what you're going to get with the Ravens and the Steelers in the division with Harbaugh and Tomlin. It's just so. And he wasn't getting it done. So I don't know.
So did you think that Tom was going to step down? Honestly,
he's going to what?
Did you think that he was going to step down?
No, I thought there was no way. I thought there was no way. No way. I thought there was no way. Honestly, but
he did. I don't know.
Harbaugh was 8-9. Raheem Morris was 8-9. Mike McDaniel was 7-10. The rest 5-12, 4-13, 3-14, 3-14, 3-14.
I told you Raheem Morris will be our next coach. That's what I'm going to guess. If I had to guess. Would you be all right with Raheem Morris?
I'd rather have Harbaugh or Mick. I'd rather have Pete Carroll than him, man.
He already interviewed with the Falcons, and then he got one with the Titans, the Browns, the Raiders, and the Cardinals.
Well, Harbaugh said he's leaving his options open. He said he's not going to sign. He's going to wait. He's going to leave his options open. So obviously Harbaugh is smart to leave his options open because now he has another option. I mean, that's who I want, Harbaugh.
I don't know I don't even know if I want anybody. I'd rather coach
or offensive, somebody that they think is real good that can change up the offense.
What would you do?
Completely turn around the offense, and then you still basically just by default you have like the core foundation of the defense still on roster. So you obviously roll it back, and then you just bring in an offensive mind, and then he invests whatever money you got towards what he does, offense. Boop, and then that's how they start changing it. So I think that's the direction they're gonna have to go in for sure to make a change like that.
Arthur Smith.
Nah, I don't think you can hire Arthur Smith. You got to go somewhere because you want to get a quarterback. You want to get younger. You need a quarterback, and you're not going to fire a coach in his first year, no matter how bad it is, probably, unless they go 0-16 or whatever. I don't know. But especially the way the Steelers do shit. So whoever they hire probably at least got a 3-year window to try to change things around. So, I mean,
I took it down today. It's gone. I said as soon as the Steelers lost, I was taking it down. It's gone. There's no tree here. See?
This dude says Raheem Morris, he sucks so bad. Harbaugh would be better. Mike could take a break and go to TV. Harbaugh knows the AFC North. Cheers to new beginnings. That's what Ron says. So I don't know, man.
I'm just thinking that I don't know. I don't know who's gonna be our coach, man. It's too early to say that right now. Could be anybody.
Could be anybody. I think they'll go honestly outside the box. They got to go offensive minded, I think. And then obviously Omar Khan will do what he wants to do with the money and invest the money where he feels fit on offense. Because the offense, I mean, let's be honest, only put up 6 points, 2 field goals in that game. And do you think the defense lost that game, or do you blame the offense? Who do you put more blame on in that game, the defense or the offense for losing?
Defense.
Put more blame on the defense. Damn.
Because the dude averaged 3.5 yards a carry. He got 5.8 last night.
Fair enough. The offense didn't convert a third down on all game, like the whole entire first half. I think they converted 1 fourth down in the first half, but the first half they didn't complete one. And then in the second half, I think they might have converted like 2 first downs on third down. That's terrible.
Oh no, yeah.
Aaron Rodgers threw for
I guess you're right.
175 yards.
We were like 0 for 10 on third downs. I guess you're right. Offense didn't play good at all. But we were hanging in there.
Off a sack. They scored a touchdown off a sack. They sacked Aaron Rodgers.
I'm not talking about. I'm
Down
talking
to the
before
dirt,
that.
and then they
When it
picked
was
it up,
10,
and then they ran it back. So is that the defense fault, or is that Aaron Rodgers getting?
It was 10-6, 10-6 twice. They were beating us 10-6, and we had 2 chances to go down the field and score, and we didn't. That's before the turnovers that we gave up for the touchdowns, the interception and the fumble. Then they went up 17-6 after we didn't score twice. We got the ball. They got the ball at half. They gave it back to us. We didn't score, and then we got the ball back again. We didn't score. Dude, they turned the ball over to us 3 times.
And they didn't even capitalize off none of the turnovers. That one, CJ Stroud was in scoring position. It was like, bro, it was like a miracle interception. CJ Stroud could have came away with 3 in that position. Somehow defense came up with a turnover, and then they can't do shit with it. So, I mean, you got, I don't know, in those type of moments, like you had to put points on the board in that situation after especially.
Yeah, we put three points up off 3 turnovers. We had 3 turnovers on them, and we put 3 points. You're not going to win a game.
At least one touchdown drive. You can't get one touchdown drive. Fuck.
They had 2 turnovers. They had 2 turnovers on us and scored 14.
And then you give your defense more of a lead, more of a cushion, and then, dude, then they play with a little bit less, like they're not so much on their heels, and then maybe you can send an extra blitz, or you can get a little creative. You got the balls to do something like that because at least you put some points on the board, and then you force another turnover. And then instead of it going their way, it would have went fucking instead our way. And we could have sacked it, TJ, and then took it the fuck back. But
exactly.
Because then you take what's his name out the game, that running back, to where they just chewed the clock up, bum, 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 and you can't stop them. And by the end of the game, 4th quarter, defense is left out on the field all game fucking long. They just said, all right, well, we're gonna just grind you out now. And it was like, fuck. The cold was supposed to be in our favor, but it was in their favor, obviously. Because at the end of the day, just cast them. It's over, dude. I mean, how much do you expect them to do? Bail you out every fucking game, pretty much. So yeah, they got to go with them. I don't know, Mike McDaniel. Do you think they'll bring Mike McDaniel in here as a head coach? I don't see him coming in here as being a head coach, man.
Really? No, I would be mad. There's certain coaches I only want here, and that's it. Barbara, I love you. What do you want me to say? Stop texting, blowing my fucking damn phone up. You're the best, sweetheart. Coach, I guess I got to go with you, John Harbaugh. I mean, I want. I don't know. Is there really any really good one out there? Is there one that
those are like 4 that I can think off the top of my head that probably you're the best resumes, to be honest. But then we go like in a, I don't know, somebody you don't really can think of, someone just outside the box. I don't know.
Like, it's like this. Do you want to bring in a veteran coach, or do you want to bring in a young coach and build the team? Like, what would you rather do? You want to bring in a veteran coach and keep trying to compete, or you want to bring in a younger coach and rebuild? Because now the winning percentage or whatever doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, I mean that's true.
So it doesn't matter.
They could go. That's why I think they can go in that direction.
The winning record doesn't matter anymore. Tomlin's gone. What? I asked you that earlier. Put it in the bag.
Could have at least let us look at Howard. Damn. I mean, how are you going to look at Howard? You're trying to win the division. It's all about the winning record. It's all about moving forward with Mike Tomlin and competing for a championship. So, I mean, I don't know. Do you get rid of him? Or you just go into full rebuild mode? You just say, okay, we're nowhere close, and we're just going to strip this whole thing down the best they can, and then just build up from there. I don't know. Who's say if you bring in a Harbaugh, you can't just go right back to competing? I mean, Patriots fired their coach. It's one of the worst teams. And then they come back and look right there. That's everybody. That's the example everybody uses. Well, you fire your coach and you're going to be the Patriots and all that. That's wishful thinking. Vrabel's a veteran coach that came in to the Patriots. Now they're competing, and you can't build off of like a Vrabel. Like, how old's Harbaugh really? He can't be in his 60s yet. Just tell me, if you bring in Harbaugh, you can't go good another 5 years, 10 years with a Harbaugh. You can't go 5, 10 years with a McCarthy. Maybe you can't go 5, 10 years with Pete Carroll, I guess. But it is what it is. There's nothing to look at. The game's over, man. There was like 2 minutes left. Rodgers was getting killed. They took him out. What are you going to start? Will Howard it's play out. The season's over. You want to give Will Howard looks in preseason, so it gives you confidence to where, okay, he can maybe start a game. He couldn't even get that. He got hurt. So, you got to hope Will Howard can be good next year in preseason. And obviously, you're going to give him a lot of looks in training camp. And hopefully, he doesn't get hurt, and you give him looks like you want to give him looks in preseason. But the way the NFL's going, they're going to take that away, too. And you're going to be at 18 games now and only 2 preseason games. Not even a preseason anymore. They'll give you 18 games and no preseason. It'll be a 20-week NFL season. I could definitely see that happening. So, you're going to give Will Howard even a rep in that situation. That's a horrible situation to throw Will Howard in. Because you have to basically drop back and pass to try to get back into the game. So football is all about this being able to mix it up. And defense never knows what's coming. You're just gonna let Will Howard go out there and get killed. No, why are you gonna let him go out there and get killed? Not even give him a real look. And then be shit on then too, on top of it. Then if he goes out there and he throws an interception and then he sucks too. No. Yeah, no. So let Mason go out there and get killed. Fuck it. Who cares? Let him earn that $4 million he's getting paid. You can go out there and get killed for the rest of the game. So that's pretty much what's happening, is Aaron Rodgers got killed. And they couldn't run the ball. Saved their life. I think the best receiver had 3 catches for like 42 yards, DK Metcalf. So that's just terrible. Defense let that dude run for what? Like he said, 5 point whatever yards get clipped. That's terrible. So I guess the defense could have played better. But the offense didn't do nothing to back them up. Left them out on the field the whole game. So I guess he says defense. I'm going to put the most blame on the offense. They basically gave up 14 points, the offense alone. And the rest, it was just garbage time. It was over. I'm not blaming defense. I'm putting most of the blame on the offense. When you're paying all this money to the defense, I don't know. There was a lot of games this season to where they got fucking gashed. That Buffalo game, they got fucking gashed. That Cincinnati game, they got fucking gashed. Gashed. Shadir Sanders had like the best game of his fucking career on Steelers defense, and he's garbage. I don't care what nobody says. So, is the defense really living up to their pay grade? Probably not. They can't figure it out on offense to save their life. So, I don't know. Al Tomlin's gone. And they're going to have to go in a whole new direction, I think. And that's offensive. They got to go offensive. Because they've been trying to, I don't know, beat the drum with defense. And I think that starts all the way at the top. They wanted it that way. The Rooneys, that's how they did it in the 70s. So they're like, well, we want to defensive minded. We want to play defense. We're gonna do it different. We're gonna get back to ball possession, running the ball, da da da. And it's just you can't. They're too inconsistent on the ground and too inconsistent on defense. So 7 years in a row. And I mean, to be honest, Tomlin wins a playoff game this year and starts to look better for the year. I mean, he had the opportunity in the regular season this year. I mean, you beat Cleveland. You beat Chuck Knowles. You passed Chuck Knowles all time in wins. You're the all-time franchise leader in wins. You should have had it this year, to be honest. That Cincinnati game, that Cleveland game, that Bills game, it was at home. You got absolutely gashed in that game. So there's three. The Cleveland and Cincinnati, though, are the two that stand out. The fuck? Joe Flacco threw for like 500 yards on them. And then you can't even beat Cleveland with Shadir Sanders. And then they was injured as hell, too. Their whole damn team was injured. So no DK, no this, no that. Who cares? It's the three. And how many wins did Cleveland have? 4 wins this year? 5? Come on, man. You could have rested your starters. Darnell Washington might not get hurt in that game because I don't know. You just fit. I don't know. So, like I said, you get rid of Tomlin, you might as well just clean house at this point and start over. Fuck it. I mean, you can bring a lot of the core back and honestly stay competitive, but then you can clean house, really clean the books up, really. DK Metcalf, that's a huge contract. Why even go down years down the line? I don't think he should have been all pro this year. The much as he's getting paid, you want him to be all pro. He wasn't all pro. Bye. Jalen Ramsey, as much as he's getting paid, you want him to be all pro. He's not all pro. Bye. I don't see any justification in paying a third will tight end $12 million and Jonnu Smith, other than Arthur Smith wants to have like 29 tight ends on the roster. Bye. So you get rid of Arthur Smith too. He's got to go. You Terrell Austin, he's got to go. There will be a lot of changes. Probably a whole new defense, man. A whole new defense. A whole new identity. This is going to have to happen. A reshaping of this team. Really, they're going to bring in a defense. I really don't. I mean, will they bring in a defensive coach? I don't know. Maybe, but to fire him, especially while he's still on contract after winning the division, I feel like there are going to be a lot of changes made. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to even predict where the season, like I could have said, like, looking at the schedule next year, I could have easily said probably 10. Probably like 10 in there. I see like 10 in there. Will I buy with like 10? Now I don't know. I can't even predict now. How could you even predict, Hoops? I can't even predict now. Who knows what they're going to do? Because a lot of these guys are Tomlin guys. Like TJ's a Tomlin guy. Cam's definitely a Tomlin guy. They going to still run a 3-4 defense, or they going to run a 4-3 defense? I mean, I'd say most teams don't run a 3-4 defense and blitz as much as the Steelers. That's why they give up so many gash plays. That's why they force so many turnovers, but that's why they give so many gash plays too, is how aggressive they are on defense. And if you look at the Texans, really, they just rushed 4. And they was able to beat the shit out of Aaron Rodgers in our offensive line. The Eagles, last how they beat the Mahomes in the Super Bowl. They didn't blitz the whole damn game. They just ran 4, and their front 4 was able to just generate pressure and get in Mahomes and do just enough on offense, run the ball a little bit with Hurts, Barkley, and A.J. Brown, and they was able to win a Super Bowl. They didn't get it done this year, the Eagles, but they was able to beat the Chiefs when they was at their best. They was able to beat the Chiefs. So you don't have to blitz to force turnovers. And you're not going to give up so many gash plays by not blitzing. So I don't know. Or do they want to maintain that identity just with a new face? But, I mean, are you not going to play Renegade no more? Or are they going to keep playing Renegade? I mean, it's a whole new regime. And like he said, the Bengals probably will be favored, and they'll probably be favored. Why? Because they got Joe Burrow. They got the offense, all about offense. They got Joe Burrow. They got T. Higgins. They got Jamar Chase. You putting up all these fantasy point numbers and what have you. That's what the NFL wants too. They want them high scoring games. They want them 40 to 39 games. They don't want 9 to 6 games. So that's all they're talking about on CBS. They've just had his face up here for the past hour. The windshield is a lot bigger than the rear view. Remember that. Yeah. To me, if I'm him, why do you want to go be a TV? To me, if I'm Tomlin, I want to come back and I want to coach. I want to go to another team and prove I can do it somewhere else. To me, that's what I would want to do. But I mean, I don't know. TV, probably he might get a deal that's too good to pass up and say, shit, fuck it. I'm going to take shit. I'll take that. I don't have to hear this bullshit every day. I'll fire my ass and I can just sit here and talk shit like the rest of them. But to me, I don't know. Because I think Harbaugh wants to still coach. Pete Carroll came back. Sean Payton's then they're like, I'd say they're all like dudes that are on the same tier. McCarthy's probably going to make a comeback somewhere, I think, eventually. Maybe it's for the Steelers. Maybe that brings Aaron Rodgers back one more year. And I hear McCarthy in all these interviews all the time, like the way he talks. It's almost like he's like he wants to be the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers, Mike McCarthy. He's saying everything to where he, indicates that he wants to be a head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And honestly, that's kind of a new direction. You bring him in here. He's just that not only is he established, it's a new direction. Instead of you get rid of a defensive coach, you bring in an offensive minded coach. And maybe you can lull Rodgers back one more time with the coach that you want a Super Bowl with. It's been on the hot. I think See, when he said that, my first thought was when Tomlin said that, honestly, is he really hasn't been on the hot seat. Just because the media says he's on the hot seat, he's not on the hot seat, and I don't even know if he really feels that he is on the hot seat. That might have been the biggest problem. Biggest problem is he felt like he was untouchable, and he maybe probably was for a while. Not no more, dude. Like, I forget what season that was. I don't know. It might have been last year when they asked him a question about the contract or whatever after getting blown the fuck out in the playoffs, and he just walked off the stage, man. It's like, bro, what the fuck? Like, how ain't you that you just got blown out and you're not gonna answer no questions? You're gonna use that as an excuse to walk off? Nah, man. You just got mopped up. Now you're gonna run. I never would have predicted it. Never. In a million years. Especially after winning the fucking division. In a division they probably weren't supposed to win. You might think they looked at that as a success. So what, now they're just going to tear it all down? Like he said, start with a new coach? I don't know. What the fans want is a quarterback. You want a quarterback. I think that's what the media talks about the most, obviously. That's what sells. So, bringing in somebody who's got a proven record with developing quarterbacks. Who is that? I don't know. Really got to look into it. It's crazy to me, though. And do I think the Steelers are going to be able to get quarterback in the first round this year? Probably not. So, is there any guys that maybe they can roll the dice on in the second, third, maybe fourth round that could be a decent project quarterback? Is Tomlin being gone? I mean, Rodgers is gone? Or does Rodgers want to make one more run at it with a new coach just in Pittsburgh? Like a McCarthy. Then you bring that defense back. Then you bring a McCarthy-led offense. A Rodgers-led offense. Or do they say, okay, let's say they want to keep the identity of the defense. They go, okay, we already got all this money invested in defense. We feel we got a good core, solid core on defense. But we got to mix up the scheme a little bit. So they want somebody with experience. Been there, done that. Pete Carroll. I mean, you're going to get a million different headlines on a million different coaches. Oh, really, at the end of the day, your guess is as good as mine. I'm not. A lot of people wanted Vrabel. A lot of people wanted that dude from the Bears. I hear a lot of Steelers fans like, man, I wanted Ben Johnson. I wanted Ben Johnson all along. I know a lot of Steelers fans wanted Vrabel. Vrabel, I think he got drafted by Pittsburgh. He played for Pittsburgh. And then he went to New England. I mean, but I almost guarantee you McCarthy wants to coach here. He was doing interviews during the season about the Steelers and Tomlin and everything. And he definitely wants to. He would love to coach here. He was just saying everything right. Kissing Tomlin's ass. Kissing the Steelers' ass big time. Talking about their history and everything. How he's from Pittsburgh. I grew up to be a fan. I loved Aaron Rodgers. And you know Aaron Rodgers and him probably is the reason. I think Aaron Rodgers probably had something to do with him get fired. So I don't know. But maybe Rodgers might say, well, I want to have one more run with it. I'm going to go. I'm going to give my boy one more chance. Maybe that's where I fucked up. I'm going to team up with him one more time, and we're going to roll the dice here. With Tomlin's defense and our offense. Because honestly, McCarthy, he did. When they won the Super Bowl, I think Dom Capers was their defensive coordinator. And Dom Capers was a big part of creating a 3-4 defense. So, I mean, McCarthy, he might be the perfect fit, to be honest. That's when Clay Matthews was putting up all them sacks. Not only that, Dom Capers, I think, was the defensive coordinator. Kevin Green was, I think, the linebackers coach. And he was coaching Clay Matthews that year. Clay Matthews was balling out and putting up all them sacks and shit. Kevin Green was the linebacker for the Steelers when it was the blitz. That's when they invented the Blitzburg defense. So, I mean, I was saying Harbaugh, but McCarthy might. I'd have to say who's the favorite right now. I have to put him as a favorite. Harbaugh number 2. Then after that, I don't know. Raheem Morris maybe 3. Oh, I'd say the Rooney said enough's enough. That's it. I mean, they pushed Chuck Noll out. They basically was almost about to make Ben Roethlisberger retire. I mean, the Roonies will give you some rope, and they'll let you hang yourself, bro. I mean, they're going to give you opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to where eventually they have no problem pulling the fucking plug right out from under you. And they did it to multiple great players. They forced Chuck Noll out. Shit, they forced Polamalu out, of all people. Ben, dude, many players, man. They basically said, Ben, you're either going to take a pay cut or you're going to retire his last year. And Ben took a pay cut. So, well, I guess I'm going to take a pay cut then. So, we'll eat it, bro. You're going to take a pay cut. Which is it? Have it your way or have it our way? And I think that's really what it boiled down to. They couldn't continue with the way the fans were acting. That Monday night game where everybody was yelling fire Tomlin, and they can't do it no more. It's a distraction. He's a distraction at this point. Because it's 24/7, 365 with him. 24/7, 365. Never ending. All day. Now they got to talk about something. Now they got nothing left to talk about. Now they have nothing left to talk about besides him. Because that's all they talk about. Not nothing else. There's a million reasons why they lost that game. Like somebody blamed the offensive line, and I can sit here and blame the offensive line, but as a team, is the offensive line really that bad, or is their defensive line just that dominant that there's really not another team that's really been able to figure them out the past 10 games because their defensive line is so dominant to where they don't even have to blitz you. They can send 4 and generate elite pressure by only sending 4, and basically it makes their secondary's job a lot easier. You just say, okay, we'll play a cover 2 soft zone, cover 3 soft zone, and mix it up. Throw some man in there every once in a while, and you make guess a little bit. And then maybe occasionally we can blitz, okay. And then if you're really starting to run the ball on us, okay, we're gonna pinch up and we'll box you in, and then we're gonna let you run the ball. And our D line's gonna handle business up front. Because the way I see it, our offensive line, every one of them's on a rookie contract besides Samalu, and he's the best one. And Broderick's the worst, and he's on his 5th-year option, so I'm cutting him. I cut him, and then, okay, even if they bring him back, $5 million, okay, Broderick Jones, Dylan Cook, all right, whatever, they might do that. They might just bring him, whatever, but I just let him rock by $5 million, free it up. He sucks. He didn't live up to none of his potential, so he can go. So they can do all kinds of shit. They can do all kinds of – the offensive line, to me, is pretty good. They'll only get better. They're only going to get better. So, I mean, next year, our O-line versus their D-line might be a little bit of a better matchup. You get another wide receiver. You get 2 other wide receivers plus DK. There might be a little bit more separation. When you run a little bit of a different offense, more quick passing scheme over the middle, bang, bang, bang. Seems like Arthur Smith don't want to do that. It's either play action, a screen, or a deep pass. Play action, a screen, deep pass, or try to run it up the middle, and it just don't work. So I think, bring more of a spread type offense. Be different. You got the defense coming back. They can be competitive. I think they can compete next year. But I don't know what they're really going to do. They're going to tear it all down or what? Yeah, he's fired now. Now it's what do you do as a team? Where do you go from here? Well, who's the coach? What's the direction that they want to go in? What's the direction that they should go in? Who stays on the roster? Who doesn't stay on the roster? I'm already thinking about who's getting cut off the roster. I was looking at it earlier today. I definitely see Jalen Ramsey as being one of those people that I cut. Jonas Smith, Broderick Jones. And you got a lot of money to where most of those players, if you really want, you can bring them back on defense and invest all that money into your offense. And with an offensive-minded head coach, okay, you still have a pretty good defense on paper. Then you start changing the tide towards offense. But I don't know. I mean, the identity for the Steelers for the longest time is the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I don't know. Do they want to preserve that? I really don't know. I really don't know. I would think. I agree. Especially when you can't run the ball. That becomes like an extension of the running game. You spread it out, you open it up a little bit, and you throw them little little crossers. Little 4-yard, 5-yard gains. And they can't do it on the ground. They try to do it on the ground, but they can't do it on the ground. You'd think you could do it on the ground. You think you can pick up 4 or 5 on the ground. You run it up the middle. And then that sets up the play action. They just can't do it. That's the problem. They can't do it. So is it really a lack of talent, or they're trying to run this old, outdated scheme on offense? And like I've been saying, I don't think they really got the personnel to run it. You need like a bruiser type of back to run Arthur Smith's style of offense, I feel. To set you up on second and third downs, like a 3rd and 2. Then the whole playbook's open on a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 9, you pretty much boil down to having to spread it out. And the problem is Arthur Smith's offense, everything comes out of this box set. And it don't work when you're in 3rd and long all fucking game long. And he refuses to be willing to open it up. And I think your biggest asset on offense this year is obviously Aaron Rodgers. As much as people don't like him or whatever, dude, he's your best probably player on the team offensively. Outside of DK Metcalf. I mean, he's distributing the ball all over the place. So you gotta just open it up. Do what he wants to do. And I guarantee you he doesn't want to come out of that box bullshit ass set that Arthur Smith runs. So I don't see how they can bring anybody back on the coaching staff. I think it has to be a completely just totally clean house, man. At this point, you're gonna bring it. I mean, it's crazy. Steelers will lose many games for a while. Look at the Patriots rebuilding. That's just it. Like going into next year, looking at the schedule, like I said, I probably could see 10, maybe 11. Now, I don't know. So I don't know. Are we going to get what we want, or are we going to get worse than what we want? Be easier to predict once you know like who your head coach is, and then you can the Steelers might be going in this direction now. Like if they get a McCarthy, or if they get a Pete Carroll, or if they get a Harbaugh. You get a Harbaugh, it's kind of more the same, really. So are they going to go with Harbaugh? Harbaugh really wants to play defense and run the ball first. Is that what the Steelers want to do fundamentally as a whole? And they just don't feel Tomlin's the one to get it done? Or do they want to go in a whole new direction? I think that's the biggest question I got coming out of all this. More than anything. He says good games and bad games, but all season he couldn't throw a pass for shit. I mean, Aaron Rodgers did miss some wide open receivers at times, I will say, and overthrew some guys. It was off time, off rhythm a little bit. Don't have the mobility that he used to. So yeah, he's limited. He's becoming more and more limited. He probably can't throw the ball down the field as like he used to. But I don't see that there's that many more options besides him. Unless you just go forward with a rookie. Second-year quarterback Will Howard. Mason Rudolph. Bring in Jameis Winston. I don't know. Guess I definitely got to start looking at the mock drafts and the quarterbacks. They're going to take one in the first round. They move up, maybe. Who are you really going to move up to get? Mendoza? I don't know, man. That isn't even worth moving up to get. Are the Raiders probably just going to take him right off the rip? Probably. That's what the Raider fans want. Fuck yeah, the Raider fans want him. You know damn well every Raider fan's going to have a Mendoza jersey. They're going to be like, this is why they're going to be pumped if they get Mendoza. can still throw, but not catchable. I mean, he's known for his accuracy, and he was missing some players. But I mean, a lot of it with the off timing of the play, so you don't got much time in the pocket. And the way Arthur Smith runs his offense, he gets put in third and longs all game long. Because you run it, you're stubborn and you run it on first, and everybody knows it. You run it on second, and everybody knows it. And it don't go nowhere every fucking time. It's almost like it's like a top-down philosophy, bro. To me, because you got Fiechner, same shit. Canada, same shit. Arthur Smith, same shit. Doesn't change. So that, I mean, it's either the head coach or the front office, one or the other. And Omar Khan decided to draw a line in the sand and say it's Mike Tomlin. Now he's a hero, basically. And I could see the Steelers doing all like Omar Khan is like he's wills and deals out here and makes all kinds of moves and stuff. Now he basically has full reins of the whole organization. Omar Khan, really. This is what it boils down to. Then whoever he decides to come in to be the front of this whole thing. And that'll tell you really who we hire. And who's really pulling the strings here? You bring in a McCarthy, you bring in a Harbaugh. Tells me, Tomlin was pulling most of the strings. But if they bring in like a fucking nobody, essentially another puppet like Tomlin, then you know who's pulling the string. You know who really pulls the string at the end of the day. That's the Rooney's through Khan. Or was Tomlin running the ship through Khan? Saying, Khan, I want Slay. Khan, I want Metcalf. Khan, I want Pickens gone. Khan, I want to give TJ Watt $40 million. Khan, I want to let Najee walk on his option year. To me, pennies on a dollar. And bring in a Kenneth Gainwell and lock Jalen Warren down long term. Colin, I want Arthur Smith, or does the Rooney's want I'll run first offensive coordinator in there, or Arthur Smith? Does Arthur Smith do we just keep Arthur Smith? This is okay. So we're gonna sell it like this. Tomlin resigned. Okay. So we didn't want to fire Mike Tomlin. We love Mike Tomlin with all our hearts and all our minds, and we wish he could have continued on for another decade of not winning a playoff game. And we decided to promote Arthur Smith now. Are we going to promote Terrell Austin, or are we going to tear the whole ship down and because it's a resignation, it's not a firing, right? So I don't know. Arthur Smith is still there at the moment. So does that mean Arthur Smith becomes head coach now? So that's our new puppet then, Arthur Smith. He goes, yes, sir. Right away, he's a yes man. They want a yes man in there, or do they want someone that's going to be hands on and take full control of this thing and put it under their? I think that's what you get with like a Harbaugh, Pete Carroll, or even a Mike McCarthy. Arthur Smith is a yes man. Or the man that they want for the job that does exactly what they want him to do. Exactly what they want. I don't think Steelers fans are going to like that. I think you got a clean house at this point, man. Arthur Smith too rich to be a yes man. Well, you can get richer being the Steelers for head coach. And if you turn this thing around and win a playoff game, you're going to get paid lucrative dollars to be the Steelers head coach. It just comes with the position that you're in. You're basically the most talked about. Whoever the new Steelers head coach is the most talked about person in sports. Next to like LeBron James. And Dallas Cowboys. Whatever shit's going on with the Dallas Cowboys. Eagles fire offensive coordinator Kevin Patala. 19 points per game, 24 3-yard per game this season. Trash. He won a Super Bowl, though. I don't know. You out of your mind if you don't want him to be our coach. Stop it. Who? Arthur Smith? Or Mike McCarthy? Or Mike Tomlin? Who are you talking about, bro? Who do you want to be the coach? I don't even know who to coach. I'm just thinking it. I don't even know at this point. I mean, if this is a resignation, how do you fire the offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator? You didn't fire him, right, Rooney's? Come on. So if this is a resignation, well, then everything's hunky-dory then in fucking Mayberry. Everything's Gucci. Maybe Tomlin really did resign. He said, you know what? Fuck this shit. I quit. I'm done. I ain't taking no more. I can't take it no more. Nothing's, I can't. The standard isn't standard anymore. I'm out of here. Fuck this shit. I'm better off in TV than doing this job. It's thankless. It's a thankless job. I don't give a fuck. You can't pay me enough to do this anymore. That boy, I mean, I don't know. Now the Rooney's are scatterbrained. They're like, oh, fuck. We thought we was going to win a division again and we was going to hold this shit all afloat. We was going to get another home game. Count all the dough like Bob Nutting. Now we're scrambling and bambling around. I feel the Rooney's had a lot to do with this. And it's not a resignation, though. That's just my opinion, though. Smith. I'm crazy for if you want. I don't want him to be the coach. That's the last option I would go, but this is a resignation. Then what? They're gonna just. I mean, they just won a division. So you're telling me they don't think they can come back and win a division a year? Like, I don't know the Steelers to be a team that's going to be like, okay, we're going to tank it all down and we're going to just rebuild this whole thing. We're just going to give this season up. I mean, they just won the division. I mean, you just got the Ravens got rid of Harbaugh. Browns got rid of Stefanski. Cincinnati was not good this year. So, I mean, the division is still wide. I mean, it's wide open for anybody to take next year. And then Tomlin really just say, fuck it. Like, I can't, one win away from passing Chuck Noll. I can't see Tomlin just saying fuck it and leaving $14 million, $13 million, whatever it is, on the table and just saying fuck it. I'm done. I quit. Like, I don't see that. But they had to make it look as if, like, okay, well, we didn't want to fire you. You just have to step away. We didn't want to fire him, but it's just the point where they had no choice. With the fans and the media. So they just made it like it's mutual. I mean, Tomlin deserves blame. He definitely deserves blame. There's a lot of blame to go around, though. I mean, you could look at Omar Khan's decisions. You could look at players not living up to their contracts. There's many things that could goes wrong. Bad drafts, injuries, bad contracts, bad coaching decisions, bad offensive coordinators, bad defensive coordinators. One game the defense sucks. The other game's defense is amazing and the offense sucks. One game the offense is good and the defense sucks. So inconsistent with the Steelers too. Bad medical staff. Yeah, there's one. That's a good one, Ron. Bad medical staff. Yeah, a bad medical staff. Yeah. I like that one. I can't believe Mike Tomlin's not coaching for Steelers. To be honest, it's crazy. Could you imagine though the draft though if they didn't? Steelers fans and all of Pittsburgh, dude. It's gonna be swarmed with Yinzers and fucking everywhere, dude. Like, I don't even know how you're going to be able to get other fans of the city in the city, dude. Where they're going to put all these people? And how, like, it's going to be nuts. I don't think Pittsburgh is a big city, dude. I think they're doing it like by the river, Point Park or something. It's going to be insane. I mean, I don't want them really to fire Tomlin, to be honest. I feel they was going to go one more year and just ride it out and hope they're going to get 9, 10, 11 wins, get in there, and then we flip a coin. Thought that was more of the same. I don't want him to get fired. And to be honest, like, I can go back to that meme I posted. How would you grade this season? A, B, C, D. I said B plus. Okay, B plus is too high. I agree. A lot of people said C. You got total haters that said F and D. Which even at this point, I can't even with the playoff. I can't say an F or a D. I can't even say C. I gotta say B. And my grade, some people said C, and it will prove to a B if they win a playoff game. Well, I'm gonna say my grade for this season was a B. If they won a playoff game, it would have improved to like a maybe the B. Then my B plus grade would have been fair if they won a playoff game. Win another one, then it goes to an A minus. Win another one, it goes to an A plus. A. So I mean, I give this season a B with honest potential to grow in the next season, but So did Tomlin really say enough's enough and I'm fucking done with this shit? Or did the Roonies have something to do with it? I think the Roonies had something to do with it. That's just what I think. That doesn't mean it's true. That's what I think. They said 7 years is enough. You tied Chuck Noll, and that's good enough. We don't want you to pass Chuck Noll. We want to protect Chuck Noll's legacy because you've not been performing up to our standard, Mr. Standard. What did Tomlin say? I got no respect, and I'm going to go somewhere else, and I resign. And I got offers on the table, big, lucrative offers. Maybe there's, like, I think a lot of that shit when they say he's going to TV and stuff, like, I don't think none of that shit's true half the time when they say. They've been saying that shit for I don't know how long. He's going to go to TV and do this and do that. Like, I don't even believe it at this point because they've been saying it for so goddamn long. Maybe he does have who knows, a crazy TV deal. And he said, shit, I don't get rich doing this. And he just goes TV. I mean, I think some of the TV dudes probably make crazy money, dude. He might get $20 million a year or something to sit there and talk on TV, Fox News. What? How many months out of the year? All right. Probably should get off here, make a few more posts. It's unbelievable to me. But I mean, I made one earlier when it happened. So I guess I'm just going to keep running this live for a little bit, honestly. I don't care. There's only a couple people in here. Fuck it. I mean, I can talk about this all day. Better off doing video, but I just do it live. I downloaded OBS, so I got to start coming with some videos. I was going to do one about Jalen Ramsey, a video. I think I'm going to come with a video so I'll pull up all the over the cap shit. And I'm going to even just break down the whole cap, talk about other players. But like Jalen Ramsey's a guy to me that was looking like a guy that can get cut for sure. I already talked about that. But YouTube wants it in that format. And if I just package it with Jalen Ramsey, package it into a nice little 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, hopefully 10-minute video. It might be hard to do a full 10-minute video on that though. I can get a really good 5-minute video up on that with a little bit better quality. And I should do lives not from StreamYard, just directly from YouTube, honestly. Like this one, definitely. I like Ramsey. I'm telling you, they're cutting Queen. They could. I was thinking about him too, personally. Queen, maybe. Or trade him or something. But then you got to pay him. I don't know. He gets smoked in coverage, I feel. He's not a good coverage linebacker. They say he's like a 3-down linebacker, but I don't know. He's all right in a running game, but even that, I don't know. I mean, he gets a lot of tackles, I guess. But I feel like we get smoked in coverage a lot. A lot of it's with teams just going right over the middle on us. And who's that really fall down onto? Him. Wilson, I think, is good, but he might be a little bit undersized for his position. I don't know. He's fast as hell, I guess. I don't think he's worth as much as he's getting paid. I want a safety, an actual safety. He's not an actual safety, in my opinion. That's just my opinion, though. And he's old, dude. Like, he's like going on 30 something, 31. We have him signed for like the next 3-4 years, dude. And it's like, he's so old. Why get younger? You got to invest that money. You take that money and invest it in your offense. Like, you can go for that type of dough. Hell, you get and if let's say we let Broderick Jones walk, like I said, you're gonna need a tackle, or you're gonna get him through the draft, or you have so much money you can buy the best tackle available in free agency. Let's say that's $20 million. Boom. So then, boom, you get an all-pro tackle, Smalu, Frazier, McCormick, and a third-year tackle, who I think was pretty good this year. Fanadu, or whatever his name is. And then I say your offensive line's probably the best in business. Then who's quarterback going to be? I know it does, but I want to draft receivers personally. I would let DK go too, and maybe sign a receiver and then draft a receiver. Because I don't see a quarterback that they could take in the first round. I don't even know if there's a quarterback that you even want to take in this draft, to be honest. I honestly wouldn't even bring Gainwell back. I wouldn't bring him back. Personally, don't see him coming back neither. You can draft a Kenny Gainwell, bro, for much cheaper. And you got Jalen Warren locked down. Essentially, he's about the same type of running back as Gainwell. So to me, I'm going to draft a big type of running back, another running back. And then have Caleb Johnson too. I'd probably sign a tackle. If there's a good ass tackle that I could sign to replace Jones, that's what I'm doing. Well, he's locked down. I don't think he's going nowhere. Gainwell isn't. Gainwell's. If I'm Gainwell, I'm going to whoever pays me the most. That's the whole reason I signed that deal in the first place. To get leverage for a new deal. Now he has it. I know. It's pretty crazy. I can't believe it. It was pretty bad. Can't believe they fired Tomlin. I think I'm gonna end it though. You gonna go on Discord or no?